And we say good morning to you. We are live again at Bristol Motor Speedway. No, we're not. We're live here at Food City and the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. We say good morning to you. We have some folks here from Bristol Motor Speedway as we're here again, broadcasting live again on this Food City Friday. We're live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, right down from the world's last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. We say good morning to you. Show number 675. Very proud of that fact, and so we're getting ready to gear up and hit you with a lot of sports today. We got guests coming in talking about NASCAR. We got guests coming in talking about Bristol Motor Speedway. Our dear friend, the Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing, Drew Bedard's coming to hang with us for a little while. And we'll talk lots of racing and maybe one of his favorite topics, his beloved Boston Red Sox. Is J.D. Martinez really going to be with the Red Sox this year? We'll see what he thinks about J.D. Martinez going to Boston. But he'll be here primarily talking about Bristol because we are 79 days away from the Food City 500. And we got a big announcement concerning the K&N Pro Series race, adding more laps at Bristol. So for you, the race fan, even better value for you to get your tickets here at Food City. We've got Tyler and Victoria and Phoenix here today representing Bristol Motor Speedway, and they're giving away some hats and different things. You can buy your tickets today. You get a chance to get some free ball caps, which is pretty cool. Everybody likes a ball cap. And so we're here live again at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway with the Midnight Madness sale cranking up. And here it is. There's the sale paper, and it is chock full of goodies. The sale starts at noon and runs all the way till close. And by 11:30, you'll be able to watch everybody come in here and start getting their buggies and going around doing the shopping. So come 12 o'clock, the computers kick in and the registers will reflect the sale prices. For example, Holly Farms boneless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound today only at all Food Cities, over 130 across 4 states. Of course, here in Tennessee, home office in Virginia, also in Kentucky, and also in Georgia. So all the Food Cities are enjoying this Midnight Madness sale. Swaggerty sausage patties, 30 count for $4.99 limit 2. Also, you have Coca-Cola products. You have 24-pack 12-ounce cans, 2 for $10 at Food City today. Snapple, if you like Snapple drink, 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles for $2.99. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, 8 to a box, limit 3 per person, $1.49 a box. And then here's one. In fact, I was talking to my buddy Darius Hensley coming up here today in the car, and he said, man, I'm coming to Food City and get me these eggs. It is a great deal. If Darius Hensley knows it's a deal, folks. 18 eggs, Food Club large eggs, 18 to a carton, grade A white Food Club large eggs, limit 2 per person. That's how good the sale is because they're limiting it to just 2 per person, $1.89. How about that? And then last but not least, and these are just some, we'll get to more in a little while, Scott Extra Soft Bath Tissue, 12 big rolls, or Scott Paper Towels, 6 regular rolls. I'm all about that today. Everybody needs toilet paper and paper towels. This is part of life. $3.99 either for 12 rolls of bath tissue or 6 rolls of paper towels, limit 2 per person. And that's some of the specials going on today here at your local Food City, again, till midnight tonight. So cranks up at noon and goes until closing tonight. Coming up, we're going to be joining top of the hour by Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. He'll join us live from Virginia. We're 22 days out from the Daytona 500, so there's lots going on off track and getting ready to crank it up on track as well. We'll find out what's going on. Mike will have all the information we need to know, and you need to know about that. Also, as we told you, Drew Bedard stops by, our Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing at the Speedway, right down the street. This is probably, I guess Drew would tell me better than, he'll know better than I, but I'm pretty sure this is the closest Food City to the track, although 394, the Bluntville store is right around the corner from the track as well, but this may be the closest physically store to the track, one of the two anyway. And so Drew is right here, right up the street, and he'll stop by and see us. We will be in the lobby, by the way, the Bruton Smith building on Monday, again, promoting racing, promoting the world's last great Coliseum, promoting Bristol Motor Speedway. Love it, love it, love it. So we'll be there on Monday. Also, later on today, we'll join our buddy, he'll be joining us, I should say, Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. See what's going on with the Ohio State Buckeyes and also with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We do our little weekly visit with Dave. And then, of course, we'll be joined later on the show by the store manager here at Food City Volunteer Parkway, our dear friend Rick Miller. Countdowns are on. Daytona 500, 22 days from today. And then also the Food City 500, we're inside of 80 days, 79 days to We'll Go Racing right down the road here at the world's last great Coliseum. We always start our show by dedicating it to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. Today's verse out of the book of Zephaniah. What a great book. What a great, great book. Zephaniah 3:17 says, I am with you. We can just stop right there. I am with you. You can put your first name in there and say blank. In this case, Tom, I am with you. I am mighty to save. I will take great delight in you. I will quiet you with my love. I will rejoice over you with singing. There you go. That's the verse of the day to get it started here on this 26th day of January. Zephaniah 3:17. I am with you. I am mighty to save. I will take great delight in you. This is God talking about you and me. I will quiet you with my love, and I will rejoice over you with singing. And there you go. We have lots to talk about. Our first segment typically kind of morphs into a basketball segment. That's exactly what we're going to do. College hoops from last night, a few games tonight in top 25 college basketball. Also, we got a big slate tomorrow. We'll tell you who's playing where, some great matchups, including the Big 12 SEC matchup. We'll tell you all about that coming up in just a few minutes. Also, the Lady Vols played last night and got a W. The Lady Bucks played and did not get a W. We'll tell you about that. And also a busy night tonight in high school basketball here locally is, again, heading down the home stretch. The tournament starts right around Valentine's Day. So you're talking, what, roughly 2-3 weeks away from tournament time, which when it all counts. The AAA tournament this year will be at Crockett High School. The AA tournament will be at Elizabethton. And the Single A tournament will be at Daniel Boone High School. So the tournament's not that far away, and so another big night of conference play tonight happening in high school basketball around the region. So quick break. We'll come right back. We'll do our first segment. It will be all about hoops, college hoops, the NBA, and high school hoops. Coming up next as we are live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway on the Food City Friday. We thank you for being with us, and we're very proud to tell you. I know I hammer these numbers all the time, but for me personally, this is my 675th time I've been on this show talking to you, and I'm very proud of that. And so it's a personal thing, not bragging, just very proud. Humble, but proud, because the good Lord's seen fit that I could be here for show number 675. So quick break. We'll talk hoops next. Live from the Volunteer Parkway, Food City in Bristol, this is the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments, and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live again at Volunteer Parkway Food City, getting ready for the Midnight Madness sale. Don't forget Monday. Here's our schedule next week. Monday, we're going to be in the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building, broadcasting live, getting you ready for the world's last great Coliseum and the Food City 500. Got a big announcement coming up here in just a few minutes. One of the races, we've added more laps to one of the races in the spring, which is really cool. Even a better value for you, the race fan, to get by and check out the racing on that Saturday, April the 14th. We'll tell you all about it coming up here in just a few minutes. And so we'll be there on Monday in the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building. Tuesday, we'll be at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance in Kingsport on Center Street. We'll be at that big old tall drink of waters location. Can't wait. One of our great sponsors and a personal, I guess, client, because I have my insurance with my vehicle insurance with Jim Klein Farmers Insurance and love it. Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Thursday, as we were yesterday, we'll be at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Highway Motor Mile in Johnson City. And the next Friday, we take our show to Food City in Elizabeth, and Les's store will be there broadcasting live as well. Today, we have Tyler, we've got Phoenix, and we've got Victoria here from Bristol Motor Speedway, and they've got some great info for you to get your tickets again at Food City here at any and all Food Cities. And when you do, it's really cool, you get 500 value points per ticket. It's incredible. It's a great, great value. 500 value points per ticket at any and all Food Cities. Again, the Xfinity Series, the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300, and now the Zombie. I might as well just go ahead and say it. I keep saying it's a big announcement, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. That way I won't keep skirting around it. 25-lap increase is now the Zombie Auto 150 with a thrilling 50-lap shootout to wrap it up. That'll be the race number 2 coming up on Saturday, April the 14th. The first race is the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300. So now get yourself 450 laps of racing for a $30 ticket from right here at Food City. And that'll be the Xfinity Series race. And, of course, the kids, 12 and under, get treated to 450 laps on that Saturday, August 14th, for free. You can't beat it. This is a no-brainer, I'm telling you. Steve and the folks and Kevin Stafford, the marketing guru for Food City, and Lisa and everybody sit down and put this together at the Speedway. And it's a no-brainer because now you get, 25 more laps with a thrilling 50-lap shootout. That K&N Pro Series. Remember last year, Harrison Burton dominated the field and won it, Jeff Burton's son. And so coming back in for the now Zombie Auto 150, 25 more laps and a 50-lap shootout on that Saturday. And so those tickets, again, are $30 here at Food City, all Food Cities. And then kids get in free on that Saturday. Then on Sunday, the Food City 500, you have tickets for $50 here at Food City. And kids, a $10 ticket, 12 and under. And so if you get your tickets here today, you come over here and buy them today. Come back and show these guys the receipt that you made your purchase today at the front office here at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. You get yourself a ball cap. And got some other bells and whistles over there as well. So on the table, which is, you'll see us when we get into the guest shot camera, you'll see them behind us here. And they're hanging with us. Tyler, Phoenix, and Victoria, 3 great folks from Bristol Motor Speedway. 500 additional value points on your Food City value card. You can do the math. For every 150 points, you get a free gas visit. So when you buy just one ticket, you get 3 gas visits off that one ticket. If you buy 2 tickets, obviously you get 6 visits. So it is a no-brainer to come and get your tickets from Food City. And that's why the folks are here from the Speedway today talking about that. So again, big news, the Zombie Auto 125 now bumped up to the Zombie Auto 150 with a 50-lap shootout to boot. A couple of birthdays today before we get into our basketball segment. Sportscaster Bob Uecker. This guy's hilarious. This is the guy that did the commercials where he was way up top of the stands, and great actor, great sportscaster, and a great guy as far as an actor in terms of those commercials. Birthday boy today, 83. If you're a fan of Van Halen, rocker, singer Eddie Van Halen, 63 today. And then the great one, Hockey Hall of Famer Wayne Gretzky having a birthday today. He's got 57 candles on his birthday cake for this Friday, January 26th, 2018. College basketball last night, let's run them down for you. Had a couple of upsets. I sat here yesterday and told you on the show that Penn State going into Columbus could be a trap game for Ohio State. When I say trap game, it's one of those that you think, they're coming to town, the record's so-so, we ought to be able to get them. They didn't. It was Penn State knocking off Ohio State last night in Columbus, 82-79, a three-point win in Columbus. Buckeyes 13th in the country fall to 18-5. Penn State improves to 14-8. Another upset, 21st ranked Arizona State losing at home to Utah. The Utes got them in overtime, 80-77. And so Arizona State, 21st in the country, falls to 15-5. Utah improves to 13-7. Other games last night, third-ranked Purdue held on to hold off Michigan. It was Purdue at home running the record at 20-2, winning 92-88, winning by 4 over the 25th-ranked Michigan Wolverines, who fall to 17-6, but gave them a run in Boilermaker country last night. Other ball games, it was Wichita State, no problem. 17th-ranked Shockers over Central Florida by 19. 16th-ranked Gonzaga wins by 16 over Portland on the road. Gonzaga 15th in the country, now 18-4 on the season. And then St. Mary's extends that winning streak to 12 games as they defeat 16th-ranked St. Mary's, the Gales, G-A-E-L-S, the Gales. They win by 13 and run their record of 20-2 over BYU. Final score is 75-62. Tonight, one top 25 men's college basketball game. You have 6th-ranked Michigan State at 18-3 hosting Wisconsin in Lansing. 8 o'clock tip-off tonight. Spartans 6th in the country hosting Wisconsin. Tomorrow, got some big ones tomorrow and some great games tomorrow. We'll lead off with one none bigger than in Durham, North Carolina. 4th-ranked Duke, the Blue Devils at 18-2, hosting the 2nd-ranked team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, at 19-1. So 37 wins on the court tomorrow. Duke 18-2, 4th in the country. Virginia 19-1, 2nd-ranked in the country. At 2 o'clock tip-off on CBS tomorrow from Cameron Indoor Stadium on the campus of Duke University. That is a biggie. One other big game tomorrow, the top 25. You have Kentucky. Well, just told you a fib. Kentucky's not in the top 25, but it's still Kentucky. They're 15-5. They'll be in Morgantown tomorrow night. 7 o'clock tip-off on ESPN. The Mountaineers, 7th in the country at 16-4, hosting Kentucky 15-5. That'll be a dandy tomorrow night. John Calipari against Bob Huggins. The Wildcats against the Mountaineers. That'll be tomorrow night in Morgantown, West Virginia. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again at the Volunteer Parkway, Food City in Bristol. Other games tomorrow, 10th-ranked North Carolina, the defending national champs, hosting their cross-state rival North Carolina State. Heels at 16-5, North Carolina State at 14-7. Also tomorrow, Texas Tech in the Big 12 SEC matchup. 14th-ranked Texas Tech will be at South Carolina. Red Raiders at 16-4, South Carolina at 13-7. Florida, 20th in the country, the Gators at 14-6, hosting the Baylor Bears at 12-8. Rhode Island, 24th-ranked Rhode Island, hosting Duquesne tomorrow afternoon. 12th-ranked Oklahoma will be in Alabama to battle the Crimson Tide. 12th-ranked Sooners at 15-4, Bama at 13-7 in men's college basketball. 22nd-ranked Tennessee, 14-5. The Volunteers will be in Ames, Iowa to battle the Iowa State Cyclones. That'll be a 4 o'clock tip-off, and that will be a 14-5 Tennessee team and 11-8 Iowa State team. Also in the Big 12 SEC matchup, you have Texas A&M, the Aggies at 13-7, at number 5 Kansas at 16-4. What else going on in top 25 basketball? Arizona, 11th ranked at 17-4, hosting Utah tomorrow at 13-7. Cincinnati, 9th ranked Bearcats, their record at 18-2 in Memphis, baby, taking on the Memphis Tigers at 13-7. LSU, 12-7, will be at 19th ranked Auburn tomorrow night. 18-2 Tigers. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off in Auburn. Also, you have University of San Francisco at Santa Clara. We'll take on 15th ranked Gonzaga. That'll be a 8 o'clock tip-off tomorrow night. 18-4 Bulldogs hosting USFCA. Also, 21st ranked Arizona State at 15-5 tomorrow night, hosting Colorado. And then 16th ranked St. Mary's at 20-2, hosting Portland at 8-14. That's your top 25 college basketball coming up tomorrow in and around college hoops. Last night, Lady Vols outlast the Lady Rebels of Ole Miss. Tennessee wins it 75-66. Tennessee now 17-3, 5-2 in the Southeastern Conference. Unranked Rebels put up a challenge for losing their fourth straight. Jamie Nard had 15 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for the Lady Vols. 16 points from Anastasia Hayes and 13 from Mercedes Russell. So the Lady Vols get a win last night at home. Final score there, 75-66. The Lady Bucks, meanwhile, did not get a win last night. They lose a toughie. Got beat by 20, as a matter of fact, by Mercer at Brooks Gym in the battle of teams previously tied for first place in the Southern Conference. Mercer now 6-0, stands alone at the top of the conference. The Bucks are 5-1. Mercer won its 16th consecutive game and improved to 19-2 overall. They win by 20 last night. In final score, 85-65 in favor of Mercer. Tiana Tarter from Johnson City led the way for the Lady Bucks with 21 points. Erica Haynes Overton at 12. Shia Copley added 11. Lady Bucks, 2 o'clock tip-off tomorrow against Sanford. That'll be happening again at Brooks Gym tomorrow for the Lady Bucks of Brittany Ezell. So that's what's going on there in college basketball. We do have one story. UConn in trouble with the NCAA. UConn, NCAA informed them they have their basketball program under investigation for what could be and what apparently is going to be some recruiting violations. So UConn men's basketball team in trouble. So says the NCAA, and so they're going to be been notified they're now under investigation for some recruiting violations with the UConn men's basketball program. Milligan Lady Buffs last night get a big win as they go into Columbia, South Carolina and defeat the game last night as they beat Columbia. Final score there was 58-36. Lady Buffs now 12-10, 8-8 in the conference. Sarah Robinson, 17 points to lead the way for the Lady Buffs, and so big win for Milligan's girls or women last night on the road in Columbia, South Carolina. Last, and it goes as follows tonight. Big game. Daniel Boone at Science Hill, particularly the ladies. Daniel Boone's ladies ranked in the state at number 9 in the state this week. In AAA girls basketball, Science Hill. Again, the ladies, they're both undefeated at 6-0. It'll be a hammer time again at Science Hill tonight. Daniel Boone, doubleheader at Science Hill. Crockett at Dobbins Minute. Tennessee High at Cherokee tonight. Happy Valley at Elizabethton. Johnson County at Unicoi County. Sullivan East at Sullivan Central. Volunteer will be at Sullivan South tonight. Unaka in Hampton to battle the Bulldogs. University High at North Green. And Sullivan North will be at Cloudland tonight. In basketball in Northeast Tennessee, all doubleheaders. Of course, standings, Big 7 Boys Conference, Dobbins Minute and Science Hill tied for the lead in the conference, both 5-1. Three Rivers Conference, Unicoi County leads the way. They're 8-0. Sullivan East in second at 4-2. In the Watauga Valley Conference, Hampton in first place at 4-1. And then North Green, University High, and Cloudland are all tied for second place for the boys in single A in the Watauga Valley Conference. Girls action, triple A. Big 7 Conference. Science Hill, Daniel Boone both tied for the lead at 6-0. Somebody will determine that tonight when they play each other. Again, that'll be played at Science Hill. Three Rivers Conference. Sullivan Central's Lady Cougars in first place at 7-1. Unicoi County's Lady Blue Devils in second place at 5-3. And in the Watauga Valley Conference, a tie for the lead between North Green's Lady Huskies and the Lady Bulldogs of Hampton. So some big games tonight around Northeast Tennessee involving conference action. Now, before we go to the break, got some stats for you, compliments of Doug Fritz and the folks at the Johnson City Press. Top 5 scorers for the boys right now. Trevor Hensley, Unicoi County, averaging 24.5 points a game. This guy can play. Drew Owens from Hampton, averaging 21. Blake Atwood from Johnson County, averaging 19. Chad Hegler from Daniel Boone, averaging 18, as is Robert Leeper from Cloudland, averaging 18. Top 5 rebounders right now in the area. Bryce Carter, Happy Valley, averaging 11. Troy Podman, Unicoi County, averaging 11 rebounds a game. Robert Leeper from Cloudland, averaging 10. Nolan Wishon from Tennessee High, averaging 10. And Clay Simpson from Unicoi County, averaging 9 rebounds a game. 3-pointers made so far this season. Drew Owens leads everybody from Hampton. He's made 88 threes. Check that. He and Bud Eisenhower, Johnson County, are tied for the lead with 88. Adam Davis in Sullivan East with 63. Trevor Hensley, Unicoi County, with 59. And Dustin Bartley of Sullivan East with 51 threes on the season. In the steals department, number one steal guy averaging 4 steals a game, Trevor Hensley from Unicoi County. Sean Lewis of Johnson County with 3. Blake Atwood of Johnson County with 3 steals a game. Drew Owens of Hampton with 2.5. And Dustin Bartley of Sullivan East with 2, right at 2 steals a game. Free throw percentage, the best in the area right now, the top 5 for the guys. Blake Atwood with 90, shooting 92% from the free throw line. Brody Potter from Dobbins Minute shooting 91%. Adam Davison from Sullivan East shooting 84%. Romello Wadsworth from Dobbins Minute shooting 83%. And Aiden Carter from Tennessee High from the free throw line, which is a lost art. Just look at the percentages as a team going across the board. They don't, for whatever reason, it doesn't look like they shoot free throws like they should anymore, practicing it. Maybe they do, but the numbers don't bear that out. Aiden Carter, Tennessee High, shooting at 82% from the free throw line. That's your top 5 free throw shooters. All right, for the ladies, here we go. Top 5 scorers right now. Cheyenne Toole from Hampton, averaging 19. Maddie Runnels from Providence Academy, averaging 19. I hope I'm getting these names right. Haley Padgett, Unicoi County, averaging 18. Abby Crawford from Sullivan Central, the Lady Cougar star, averaging 17 points a game. And Adrian Henniger from Happy Valley, averaging 16 points a game. In the three-point made department, Kylie Wolf, Sullivan East, with 77 threes. Adrian Henniger from Happy Valley, she's made 70. Erin Eggerbrecht, I'm not saying that right, I'm sure, from Science Hill, has made 55. Bailey Carmichael, Daniel Moon, and Chloe Powers from Unicoi County made 46 threes apiece. Free throw percentage, the top 5 ladies right now in the region. The top 2 are from Daniel Boone. Bailey Carmichael shooting 83% from the free throw line. Emily Sizemore from Daniel Boone shooting 83% from the free throw line. That's shoot 10, you're making 8. That's pretty strong. Jayla Greenley, Jeila, Jayla or Jayla Greenley, and if I'm messing these names up, I apologize. Science Hill averaging 81%. Abby Crawford from Sullivan Central averaging 80%. And Kenzie Hill from Hampton averaging 79% from the free throw line. Again, one more time, here's your schedule. Doubleheader tonight for everybody. Daniel Boone at Science Hill. Crockett will be a Dobbins Minute. Cherokee hosting Tennessee High. Happy Valley with a doubleheader in Elizabethton against the Lady Cyclones and the guys. Johnson County at Unicoi County. Sullivan East at Sullivan Central. Volunteer will be in Colonial Heights to battle Sullivan South. The Hampton Bulldogs hosting Unaka. North Green home to University High. And Sullivan North goes to Cloudland. And those are the games on a Friday night for basketball in Northeast Tennessee. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're here live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. The Midnight Madness sale. There's a young man's saved on his bath tissue, got it on sale. We've got Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, 8 count for $1.49. We've got Cheetos or Fritos. Limit 4 per person, $1.88 a bag. Extra liquid laundry detergent, a 75-ounce jug, if you will. Limit 2 for $1.79. You have Boston Market Meals. Limit 6 per person, 6 for $10. It's a great deal for the Boston Market Meals. I got a picture of the Salisbury steak right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. Salisbury steak, Boston Market Meals, 6 for $10. That's just on the front page. On the back page of the Midnight Madness sale. See what we got going on. We've got Oscar Mayer bologna, 16-ounce package, 2 for $3. Mayfield Novelties, in on that one. Limit 4, $1.49. Fudge bars, brown cows, even in the dead of winter. Last week it was, 4 or 5 degrees. I'm eating brown cows. I love it. Love me some ice cream. Food Club American Singles, 24 slices, $1.99 a package, limit 2 per person. Also, Sara Lee white bread, 20-ounce loaf, $1.49, limit 2. You also have Food Club Chunk white chicken, 12-ounce can, limit 6 for $1.49. And also the old standby Hamburger Helper, selected varieties, limit 5 per person. How about this? Hamburger Helper for 79 cents. Wow. Limit 5, that's a deal. Food Club Instant Oatmeal, 99 cents a box. Limit 4 per person. There's some great deals going on today at all Food Cities for the Midnight Madness sale. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Also, we got guests lined up and ready to go. We're going to be joined a little bit later on to the show by top of the hour, our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fan reporter, live on the phone from Northern Virginia. Also, a little bit later on the show, Drew Bedard, the Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing at Bristol Motor Speedway, joins us. Also, Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, and also store manager Rick Miller due to join us as well as we're here at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol with the Midnight Madness sale. Quick break. We'll be right back. Show number 675 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game. Birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Dooley Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. We are here again on this Friday, again, the 26th day of January, 2018. I guess it's the final Friday of the month. Can you believe that? Where in the world is January gone? Here we go. We're getting ready to kick into February next week, and Groundhog Day, of course, right around the corner. Saying hello to Darius Hensley. Hello, my dear friend Renee McNeil. Hello to you. Lisa Lale. Good morning, Lisa. One of the good ladies, one of the nice ladies here in the region. And hello to Rick Shepard saying hello from Bristol. So wherever you are today watching the show, give me a shout out so I can shout right back to you. I know Bradley Purdy said hello to us early in the week from Cleveland, Texas, and appreciate that very much. So wherever you may be across, as Rush Limbaugh says, the fruited plain, let me know, and I'd love to say hello to you and a little shout back at you. Again on this Friday, January 26th, Major League Baseball, some movement. We got a whole list since Wednesday, of course, when Greg was on the show. Our baseball guy, Greg Salyer. He rattled off the different free agents. Well, a couple more off the grid now, if you will. Baseball world treated with some fun news Thursday, a form of a trade. Christian Yelich coming in from the Marlins to the Milwaukee Brewers. They're really beefing up their team, so they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in NL Central. Such a big move would likely be a big move in the offseason, but it was not, I don't guess. They went out and also signed free agent center fielder Lorenzo Cain, now a Milwaukee Brewer, for 5 years and $80 million. Cain hit .300 last year, and so Cain and Yelich, again, one of those going to be pushed over to right field, pushing Domingo Santana into a part-time role. And so Brewers manager Craig Counsell's got some more weapons in his disposal, and this time in the form of Christian Yelich and also Lorenzo Cain, both now Milwaukee Brewers as of last night. Here's who's still out there. Let me run down the top 10 free agents that are still out there. Again, pitchers and catchers report February the 13th and 14th. We're talking about, 3 weeks? 3 weeks out? Pitchers and catchers report from Major League Baseball. So these guys, if they're going to get signed, they got to get on with it. So I'm anticipating over the next couple of days getting some more signees, much like we did last night with Yelich and Cain. J.D. Martinez, again, rumored to go to Boston for 5 years for $125 million. Nothing definite yet. Yu Darvish still out there. Jake Arrieta, the pitcher, right-hand starting pitcher of the Cubs last year, still out there. Eric Hosmer from the Kansas City Royals, still unsigned. Mike Moustakas from the Royals, third baseman, still unsigned. Lance Lynn, right-hand starting pitcher from the Cardinals, unsigned. Right-hand starting pitcher from the Rays, Alex Cobb, still out there available. You also have Todd Frazier, the third baseman from the Yankees, still out there. Logan Morrison, first baseman of the Rays, is unsigned. Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher from Colorado, and Greg Holland, the right-hand relief pitcher from Colorado, still unsigned. Carlos Gomez, outfielder from the Texas Rangers, unsigned. Neil Walker, second baseman of the Brewers, still unsigned. Who else? Carlos Gonzalez, the outfielder for the Colorado Rockies, still does not have a team. Eduardo Nunez from the Red Sox, unsigned. Andrew Kashner from the Texas Rangers, right-hand starting pitcher, unsigned. Jaime Garcia, the left-hander from the New York Yankees, still unsigned. So there's still some guys out there. Tony Watson from the Dodgers, left-hand relief pitcher, looking for a home, or still not signed in. John Jay, the outfielder for the Cubs, still not signed up. Jared Dyson, outfielder for the Mariners, unsigned. And two more. Jason Vargas from the Royals, the left-hand starting pitcher, unsigned. You got, 3 or 4 Royals now that are unsigned. Moustakas and Vargas and Hosmer. And then Chris Tillman, the right-hand starting pitcher from the Orioles, unsigned. So got some guys out there that are looking for a home. And, again, as we said, the meter's running, so I don't know what that tells me as far as getting these guys signed up. I guess it means it's going to be a last 11th hour decision to sign these guys. And I guess now, if I'm a brokering guy for one of these Major League ball teams, it's to my advantage that you're not signed, because as it gets closer and closer, I guess you can go back to the team you're at. But if you can't, you have nowhere to go, then you're going to be more apt to just take anything. And so I would think at this point, each day the days click off, advantage owners to sign old Tom Taylor up for whatever he can get now, because he's been waiting, and now spring training's getting ready to start, and I don't have anywhere to go, so they throw some out on the table. And I can hold out, or I can say, yeah, let's do it. So we'll see. But anyway, that's what's going on in Major League Baseball. So should be an interesting next week or two before everybody settles in and gets ready for spring training. Again, most pitchers and catchers report February the 13th and 14th. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we're live here at the Volunteer Parkway, Food City, here in Bristol, Tennessee. Don't forget the Will Graham celebration coming up. Got a nice message from Claudia Bird from Speedway Children's Charity. She went back and watched the Will Graham interview we had with him on Monday at the Cove, the Billy Graham Training Center in Black Mountain. It's there, and we are working to get that up on the podcast. You can go back and watch it anytime, to watch Will Graham and his, 6-7 minute challenge to you and to me, as he looked in the camera and talked about the gospel and what it means to decide your eternity. And so Will coming to town April 27th, 28th, and 29th at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. Talking to Darius Hensley, the kids so far that have signed up for the Wednesday night gathering, and I don't have all the details. I got to read up on that this weekend, but they got a big Wednesday night celebration coming in there when Will comes to town. Over 700 kids are already signed up for that. So, and that was really just their first blush of getting it signed, get these kids signed up. So I know he said he went to the training course in Bluff City on Tuesday night. Had over 150 people in the attendance, so this thing is really starting to take off and grow, and I'm so pleased and honored to be a chance to tell you about it. So circle your calendar, April the 27th, the 28th, and 29th. Again, the Will Graham celebration coming to Freedom Hall in Johnson City, and there'll be decisions made for eternity there at that celebration, and that is a good thing. So that's what we want, and so that's what we're shooting for. Some other specials, again, going on at Food City today. Seedless grapes, got a big stock of them right here. We'll show you in the shot camera coming up here when we get our first guest in. Red grapes, $1.69 a pound today and today only at your local Food City. Scott Extra Soft Bath Tissue, 12 big rolls for Scott paper towels, 6 regular rolls for $3.99. Also, the Food Club Grade 8 White large eggs, 18 to a carton, limit to $1.89 with your Food City value card. Also out of the produce department, seedless navel oranges out of California, 4-pound bag for $2.99. And also you've got going on right now, today and today only, Wild Mike's Ultimate Pizza, frozen, selected varieties, limit to $3.99 with your Food City value card. And also you have Duke's mayonnaise, regular or light, a 32-ounce jar, limit to for $1.99. And last but not least, the Wild Caught Alaskan Double Q Pink Salmon, 14-ounce can, $1.99, limit to. That's some of the specials going on here today at your Food City, as we're live, as we said, at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Quick break. We'll come right back. We got National Hockey League. We got some college football, as we're live here again. And we've got my man Mike Hedrick 20 minutes away at the top of the hour talking NASCAR. We are live here again at the Volunteer Parkway Food City for the Midnight Madness sale. And don't forget, when you shop at Food City, every time, if you are signed up for the School Bucks program, every time you swipe your Food City value card, you're accruing points into dollars for kids at your school that you've signed them up for. And that is with the School Bucks program, and that's available to all food cities. And what's really cool about that is any food city you shop at in the 4 states, when you swipe your card, let's say you come in today and say, I want to get involved in the School Bucks, and why would you not? And so my school is here in Bristol, Haynesfield Elementary. All right, they look up in the book, says, I don't know, what is the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the code. All right, they type that in, and every time you have your card swiped, anywhere you shop your Food City value card, you get points going towards Haynesfield Elementary. And at the end of the promotion, then $750,000 has been accrued, or not accrued, appropriated for all the stores. And so when you do that, along about May or June of next year, probably a little bit later into the summer, the store managers go back and present checks. I know last week Dale Hammond said out there in Gray, Food City in Gray, Big Daddy Dale said he was last year passing out checks, $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, and the schools can use it for whatever they want. So it is really a neat promotion. All you have to do is come in and shop and just make sure, you only have to do it once, just make sure you pick a school. It can be any school, and again, as I said, I could be shopping in Pikeville, Kentucky, or Wise, Virginia, or I don't know, Elizabeth, and we're going to be next week for the show, and swipe that card, and it works at any Food City store you're at, no matter geographically where you are in the chain. So pretty cool promotion. I love it. And to date, they've raised, Food City's raised to give back to the local schools $13 million. It's incredible what Food City does to give back to the community. They're always giving back to the community. I mean, it blows my mind, the stuff they do on a constant basis. Disabled American Veterans, the John and Barry Toy Drive, the Race Against Hunger. And I'm going to leave some out. I'm the ones that are jumping out at me. The John and Barry Toy Drive we mentioned at Christmas, the Race Against Hunger, the Disabled American Veterans, the Juvenile Diabetes. They raise money for that organization. They raise money for the hurricane relief down in Texas. Big check went that way. They raised money for the fire victims down in Gatlinburg when that tragedy struck. And so Food City's always giving back to the community, and I love it. That's why, and it always sounds cheesy, but it's always an honor for me to be involved in what's going on in Food City. Brandon, you ready to talk? You ready to slide in here and talk? Come on in here, youngin'. Let's get Brandon in here real quick and talk about some of these produce specials. I know Rick is out here. Rick is running wide open today, which is totally understandable. Brandon is too, for that matter. Ain't like he's sitting around gathering dust. So let's get him in here and let's pop that camera up, and boom, there it is. And there's, man, as you can see behind us, there is Tyler and Phoenix and Victoria, and they're here at the Bristol Motor Speedway table. Drew's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. They've already signed some folks up. You ready? Slide in here real quick. Won't keep you long. Come right on in here, and there you go. Got to slide him in. Look here. Look on the camera, my man. Look at him. Brandon's in the house, getting ready to do a little chatting and give you some room where you can string out a little length on your cord as you ain't snapped your neck. How you doing?
All right, how you been?
I'm doing fine. We got some specials, grapes and oranges. What's going on today with the Midnight Madness sale?
We have our, over in the produce section, we have our oranges, our California 4-pound oranges, $2.99. And we also have our red seedless grapes, $1.69 a pound, which is saving $1.80 on them right now. That's a good deal on them and them oranges. And also, while you're in here, you can pick you up some of these halos we have for $3.99.
Love them. I love the halos.
Oh, yeah. They can't beat them.
They peel easy.
Yep.
And chock full of vitamin C.
They
which
are.
helps build up your immune system, helps from getting sick.
Yep.
There you go.
Then we also have our sweet cantaloupes, buy one, get one free, on sale this week, also while you're in here. And we also have organic salads, buy one, get one free, too.
Where's those cantaloupes coming in from, you know?
Honduras.
Honduras. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Honduras cantaloupes. Doesn't like a good old cantaloupe in the middle of winter, is it? Good for you.
It's very good this time of year.
Oh, yeah. So right over his shoulder, you can see on the table here, you see the grapes for $1.69, and right beside those are the oranges, right?
That's right, $1.69 for the grapes here.
Yep. And then the oranges, those are the seedless Mandarin oranges?
Yep, they're $2.99.
So which is easier for folks to peel, a halo or a Mandarin orange? They're about the same.
They're about the same.
Yeah.
They're the same thing. They just call it mandarins. That's just a more proper name for them than just putting halos after it.
Yeah. They're both juicy and both good, though, ain't they?
Yes, sir. They sure are.
Now, tell me in the produce department at any Food City, tell me something that you guys stock or we carry here at Food City, and somebody out there going, huh, I didn't know we had that in the Food City produce department. What's something that's off the wall most folks would not think you would have?
Have this time of year or just in general?
Yeah, this time of year in general, either one or both.
A lot of people this time of year are Food City carries seedless watermelons right now. It's because I had a man tell me the other day he was in here, and he said when he was in there, when he was a child, they didn't have seedless watermelons during the winter. It was just more of a summer thing. Most thing overall, everybody likes to see in here is these halos, because a lot of people go in a lot of these other stores and don't see them.
We got them. I got me back at the house, man. I'll tell you what, sit down and watch a movie or watch a ball game and peel one of those bad boys, and good for you.
Good.
Get juiced all over your beard and all over your shirt. Nobody will see because you're at home.
That's right.
It's good. But it's good. It's good for you.
Yep. I buy a bag every week and
Yeah.
bring it for lunch.
Seedless. Oh, do you really? And seedless watermelon. That's something. Coconuts.
Coconuts, that's something very unique.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to see.
And I found out during Christmas when I was going to all the different food cities for the holidays, which I didn't realize how many pineapples you guys sell.
Oh, yeah. We sell tons of pineapple.
Yeah.
And when we're the only, our competitors, when we run them on sale, we run them for the same price. Like if we run our pineapples $1.99, we run cordless pineapple $1.99 also.
Awesome. Good stuff. So we got cantaloupe, buy one, get one free this week. Tell me about the organic salads. That's good, too. That's something else out of the produce department.
Yeah, yes, sir. The Fresh Express organic salads is a big thing right now. A lot of people like them. It's one of our top-selling salad mixes. The baby spinach and spring mix are very top, but they are very good.
Good stuff. Organic salads, buy one, get one free in a 5-ounce package. Folks trying to lose weight, trying to eat a little healthier this time of year with their New Year's resolution.
Trying to get that beach body ready is what they're trying to do.
Beach, for some of us, a beach ball body. But for some, it's a beach body.
Beach body, yep.
Trying to be ripped and buffed.
Yeah.
Anything else you got on sale in the produce department this week? Wear it out, son. You got some time here.
Well,
oh, goodness.
Yukon Gold and red potatoes, $2.99. That's a good deal. Red, yellow, and orange peppers, $4 for $5. Our American or Italian salad, buy one, get one free. Our large navel oranges, which is a good deal. They're $1 each, 10 for 10. They're big, sweet, and seedless. The fresh Tremaine and Antle romaine hearts, $2.99, and our bunch of Bavade is 2 for $3. So we have all kinds of good deals for you back there. And while you're over in the produce department, stop by and get your girlfriend or your wife some roses for $9.99 a dozen. That's a good deal on them.
And a Snowy Smiles bouquet for $5.99.
Yep.
How about that? That's good stuff.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm not sure. It's beautiful. Snowy Smiles bouquet, and that kind of will pick you up on the sun's out. It's not a dreary day, but it's a cool day.
Yeah.
So Snowy Smile Bouquet and the Chantilly Roses, a dozen for $9.99, and that's a good thought starter for Valentine's Day because it ain't too far away.
Oh no, they'll be here before you know it.
You know, Chantilly lace. How about that? There's my man's in the house. Rick Miller, store manager. He said, "Can I come be on your show?" And I said, "Absolutely." So, won't you? Again, red grapes are $1.69. You did a great job, by the way.
Sir.
Thank you. This guy's good. We're here live again at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Let's get my man out, jump in here, and get him in here. Rick Miller, come on in here, dog.
Live and in color.
In color. The big dog's in the house. We want to get him in here again. He is ready to go. And
Live.
yeah, Midnight Madness sale.
It's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, baby. It ain't just another race. It's Bristol. There it is. And so let's get him on here. Let's get the proper title in. And that would be right. Boom. Store manager Rick Miller right there. How you doing, Bubba?
I'm doing fine, sir.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Carl.
Welcome back.
Dreams where your tickets at.
We're not going to say.
You ain't going to get one.
Nah, I can't get anything over on the air. Now, before we get into the Midnight Madness sale,
Yes, sir.
the coach, been keeping track. Of course, we got the signing day coming up February the 7th,
Uh-huh.
the signing day for college football. But the coach is getting a lot. In fact, I got the story right here.
What's he up to now, about 19?
Yes, they've jumped, the Volunteers have jumped 40 spots in the recruiting since Pruitt took over.
Yep.
And remember, you know, for 2 weeks, he was the Alabama coach during the day and the Tennessee coach at night. Now he's full-time Tennessee. But this guy is wearing it out. I think,
Imagine next year.
man, I've been preaching this since they hired him. Leave him alone. He's going to take some lumps till he gets his system in there. But if the Tennessee fans, for once, will have a little patience, I think they got themselves a blue chipper here.
I sure do. I'm really excited.
Me too.
Really excited.
Me too. I liked old Butch. I've met him a couple times at the Speedway, but
Super nice. Super nice.
And to his credit, he left it a whole lot better than he found it. I mean, the foundation's there for Tennessee football. He didn't take it to the next level like he needed to, but it was a whole lot better off when he left than when he got there.
It sure was. The whole program, so to speak, from the grade, you got to look at all that too. It's not just on the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere. It's how those kids are treated, how they're raised, and how they perform, and how they act, and how they do in school. Because football's not all.
That's it. It's as much off the field as it is on the field. How you conduct yourself. Anyway, Rick's a big Jeremy Pruitt fan, big Tennessee fan, so we'll see what else he can. I've got the story here. He's got a lot of guys he's signed, verbally signed, and he's stealing some from Alabama. He's taking some from Georgia, taking some from Auburn. So this guy's out here pounding the pavement. We're here at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. It's because our friends, right behind us in the camera shot. You can see Phoenix and Tyler and Victoria here from Bristol Motor Speedway, and they're signing folks up. And if you buy your tickets today and show a receipt, where you can buy your tickets for $50 for the Food City 500, here you get get some ball caps when you buy the tickets today and show your receipt that you bought it today, which is pretty cool. And so, goodness, Midnight Madness. Where do we start, big dog?
Oh gosh,
There's some good ones in there.
It's hard to find a place. It's hard to find a place, but the way I look at it, you start with the meat department, because you get your meat, you're going to build your dinner, or you're going to build your whole meal around that meat.
Well put.
So if you go to the meat department and get that boneless chicken breast and that Swaggerty sausage, $1.69 a pound on that chicken breast, and $4.99 for that 30-count sausage patties. Lord, that'll last you a long time. And the good thing about those sausage patties, you put them in the freezer like they are, you can open that box up and they'll pop right out.
Oh, really?
They're not stuck together. So if you just want to take 2 or 3 out at a time, throw them in a skillet, fry them. You're not sitting with a knife trying to pry them apart and cutting yourself, like we used to do with hamburger patties, chisel them out. So you've got all kinds of good stuff there. I know Brandon's probably went over the produce. I'd say he probably wore the produce out.
Oh, yeah. Did a good job.
Folgers coffee, $5.99. And we've got a lot of varieties on sale this time with that Folgers coffee. It ain't just the classic roast. We've got a lot of the different varieties of the coffee. Eggs, $1.89 for 18 count to go with that sausage.
Breakfast.
There you go.
A cup of coffee to top it off.
There you go. You got your boneless chicken breast for $1.69 a pound. $3.99 for those big old sack of taters, frozen taters, French fries.
Now tell me, I know you flipped the page, the Boston Market Meals. What's the Boston Market Meal?
Those are awesome frozen dinners. It'll feed a man.
Mm-hmm.
One of those will feed a man.
Fill me up?
Yeah, it'll feed you up. And it's your entrees, and it's your, Salisbury steak, things, me and you was raised on a lot of TV dinners. But it probably took me and you 2 or 3.
Swanson TV did
It took 2 or 3 for us. The Hunger Man.
Oh,
how do you handle a Hunger Man? Manhandler.
Manhandler. You got it. Them little peas.
That's exactly right.
I got to tell them myself, but a couple times them peas, Mama didn't quite get them done in the oven back in the day with a spoon. Bink.
Flipping things across.
Oh, wear my side of my brother's head out. Put whelps on it. Start fights over Swanson's dinner. I don't know why I said I just had a memory going down memory lane.
It happens, don't it?
It does happen. But
and what brought that up? The TV dinner.
TV dinners, the Boston Market Meals. You got them.
2 for $10 on those 24-pack Coke products. I mean, you got Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite. Can't lose with that. Fritos or Cheetos, limit $4.88.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many good items today. This is one of the best ones I think we've put together in a while.
Keep preaching, bro.
And on this back page, you got Sara Lee white bread $1.49. Now, to go with that white bread, you got Oscar Mayer bologna 2 for $3 and Food Club cheese $1.99. There's your sandwich right there.
There you go.
There's your sandwich.
Chase with a little soda pop from Coke. Wear it out.
That's exactly right. Now, this is one of my favorites, the Gordo's white cheese dip.
Never had that.
Well, basically, if you any of these Mexican restaurants, you get the white bowl of white cheese dip. That's what that is.
There you go.
So you take that and mix it with your Herndez salsa and tortilla chips.
He's making me hungry.
You got it. It's all together.
You can't beat it with a big stick.
Can't beat. Even the Food Club, and you even got some mayonnaise, Duke mayonnaise, to put on that sandwich.
$1.99 a jar.
$1.99.
Regular or light, limit 2.
Salmon patties, or salmon cake, salmon $1.99. I ain't gonna eat them, but
now
here's some people do.
I was down at Gray last week. Big Dale. You reckon I can believe anything he says?
Not anything Dale Hammett says. No. Did his nose grow when he's talking?
Yeah, it's like Pinocchio.
Yep.
But he told me, you can verify this. He said, cold weather, people buy a lot of ice cream. We got Mayfield novelties on sale.
You sell more ice cream in the winter than you do in the summer, and nobody won't believe it.
Tell the truth.
You do.
Wow, that's awesome.
I don't know where you've got so many holidays through the winter time, your Thanksgivings and your Christmases and your Super Bowl parties and your New Year's parties that people's buying all the ice cream or what. But, you can sit up here and watch it. It goes out the door. You're thinking, well, June or July. I think sometimes it may be too hot, but I don't want to fool with it. I don't know that answer, but by statistics, it shows you sell more ice cream in the winter than you do the summer.
We got Mayfield on sale, made right here in Tennessee, too.
The novelty's $1.49.
Yeah, 6-pack, limit 4. You got brown cows. What else is over there? Fudge bars?
Fudge bars.
Creamsicles?
I think there's some Heath bars and some creamsicles, and I think the cherry chocolate is. That's good. And I think there's a mint chocolate, too. You got a mint inside with the chocolate on the outside.
Limit 4.
Limit 4.
You can tell the sale started because of the registers. They're loading up. I love it.
It's on. It's on.
It's on,
It's
baby.
on.
Till midnight tonight. I love it. Now, look up in that camera and tell them why they should come get their tickets. Their Food City 500 tickets. We got the sale prices right here.
What's cheaper?
Cheaper?
Cheaper.
Now tell me how you get 500 value points a ticket.
That's exactly right. Turn around. That's a lot of gas visits. That's a lot of points off of your groceries. People forget about that sometimes, but there's so many different ways to use it, and it's Bristol. It's coming. It's April.
79 days.
Here. Close your eyes tonight. Wake up tomorrow. It's going to be here.
I love it.
It's going to be. It's,
it's
11 months to Christmas.
There you go.
Just
79 days to the race. So, all right, make sure I get this right. You get 500 value points per ticket. So if I get let's say I buy one ticket, you get 150 points for gas visits. So 150 to 500 goes, I think, 3 times. So if I'm reading this right, I get 3 gas visits per ticket.
That'll do you all month.
So if I buy a pair of tickets, I get 6 gas visits. You can't beat it, folks.
No, you can't beat that.
Plus, the Xfinity Series, we just gave you the announcement just a few minutes ago, just hot off the press, that the second race on Saturday, the Zombie Auto 125 is now the Zombie Auto 150. They've added 50 more laps, so you get to see the Xfinity Series.
25 more.
Oh, it's a 50-lap shootout. I'm sorry. You get 25 more
Oh,
laps.
is that what it is?
Exactly, yeah. Zombie Auto 150 to end with a thrilling 50-lap shootout. You're right. Added 24 more laps. But that still gives you 450 laps on Saturday. Kids get in free, and a ticket to get in on Saturday is $30 for the Xfinity race. And then on the Food City 500, adults are $50 here at Food City. Kids are $10, 12 and under. And so if you take kids 12 and under to both races this year, Bristol Motor Speedway is going to cost you $20.
Yep. And
you can't even go to the movies.
It's
hardly
$120 for two adults and 2 kids.
There you go.
Just like you said,
it's a no-brainer.
Sure
and there are no bad seats at Bristol Motor Speedway. You know that.
No, there's not
it's
a bad
well,
seat.
we're going to be up in the nosebleed. No, it's a specialized section they've got for the Food City folks, and so you can get right here in all the stores.
Well, that's coming out of turn 2 there. I don't know if they changed it or not, but that was some good seats.
Oh yeah.
Turn two is good racing.
That's when heading over into the chute to the bike stretch.
Yep.
There's some beating and bang coming out of 2.
Yep.
Beating and bang coming out of all the turns.
That's where Michael Waltrip disintegrated his car there that year and walked out of it. Nothing left but a roll cage.
It's a good way to describe it. It did disintegrate.
Yep.
Before I let you go, look up there now and tell me one more time. Look at that camera and tell them something else that I think is one of the coolest things you guys do. Love promoting School Bucks. It's so simple.
Oh yeah.
To help your kids, and tell them about School Bucks.
Hey, it's simple. All you got to do is come in and make sure the cashier links your card to the school of your choice, and then you're going to get a point for every dollar you spend going to that school. And at the end of the year, they'll get a big check, and they can take that money and get what they need.
Last week, Big Daddy Dale said he took and passed out checks, $1,500, $2,000, some of the schools. What's some of the checks you did this year?
Same amounts. They had some good amounts, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, of what they can get and what they can use. These schools, bless their hearts, they're always needing something, and they need it and they deserve it. But we've got to help them, and that's the best way to do.
And they can use it for whatever they need to use it for.
Yeah, they're not dictated on what they have to use it for. I mean, they can. It's whatever they so desire to use that money for.
You hand them the check, and boom,
it's theirs.
It's theirs.
It's theirs.
It's incredible. School Bucks is now through, usually towards the end of April, 1st of May.
Yeah, probably around that time school gets out there, somewhere around there.
And am I right in saying, again, they've appropriated, $750,000 again this year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the press release that Kevin and Lisa sent me was, since we've been doing School Bucks, Food City's raised $13 million.
Yeah, it's millions and millions.
It's unbelievable to go back into our school system. So, help me out here in closing. I was talking before you got over here, the things Food City gets involved in community. John O'Berry Toy Drive, the Disabled American Veterans, the Race Against Hunger. You guys did a fundraiser around Christmas time for the animal shelters.
Juvenile diabetes.
Juvenile diabetes coming up.
I mean, it's something that we're always proud to do, is help raise money for these kids and for the people who need it in these organizations. I know sometimes it seems like, we're always got our hand out, or something else. But it's not that we've always got our hand out. We're trying to help and give back.
Sure.
And it's not like it's you're not going to give somewhere down the road anyway.
No.
So why not, as you're getting your groceries, come in? If you've got some spare change each time you're in here, it adds up.
Yep.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Help the fire victims in Gatlinburg. We helped the folks of the hurricane down in Texas this year.
We sure did.
So Steve Smith says we're going to give back to the community that shops with us, and that's what we do.
And it's through your help. Yeah. Through the customer's help.
That's it. Name of the game. I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back.
I love coming up here.
I love you being up here.
Oh, yeah. He's a nice one. And old Deb, tell you what, Debbie is a jewel now.
She ain't right.
No, she ain't right, but she's a good one. She's a good one. She came in here and said, all right, let's get this place. Let's make some room for Tom Taylor. Said, that's nice. Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, I got you on my voicemail, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. It's like I'm talking away, and it's like, however he recorded it, I'm talking away and says, and I ain't really here, or something, whatever he said. I thought, you rascal, you snookered me. I bet you get a lot of people that way, don't you?
Yeah, and the thing about it is I get them 2 or 3 times, they don't learn.
Oh, I learned. I'm a quick learner. I won't do that again. That's good, though. He got me. So, appreciate you, man.
Hey, you too. You folks, come on out here and join us today.
You got it.
She's even sampling some chips and salsa and some cheese dip over there in the bakery there to get you a little snack.
There you go. A little something to nibble on as you're shopping here at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go to Northern Virginia talking NASCAR. We're live here at Volunteer Parkway. Next Friday will be in Elizabeth at Les's store. And in 2 weeks will be Piney Flats, and we'll wrap up the month of February in Boones Creek. We'll be right back at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. This is show number 675th show. People laughed and said you'll never do a show, it'll never last, a sports show on the internet and Facebook. Proof's in the pudding. We'll be right back here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There you go. You made that easy. No, this ain't your first rodeo. I didn't know you had shoulder surgery.
Yep. Saturday's my first day back.
This one or that one? That's why I didn't pat you. I thought, no, don't want to pat him on the shoulder. Have him laying over in the...
No, it was 8 weeks ago in past Tuesday.
Wow.
Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm going to call this boy in Virginia. He's my NASCAR guy.
You should have sat down here and talked to us. I'm glad you found that car. Did you finally get out of that car? Did you go sleep out there after you eat all that the other day? I told you you'd be asleep when you got back out there. You're not kidding. I don't blame him. How you doing? Doing great. How you doing?
Good morning, good sir.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live at the Volunteer Parkway Food City here in Bristol. We will be joined by the Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing, our dear friend Drew Bedard, coming up here in a few minutes. First, let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy in Northern Virginia, our NASCAR fans reporter, Mike Hedrick. Good afternoon, my dear friend. How are you?
Doing great. It's beautiful. Nice and sunny up here in Northern Virginia. Going to be about 50, so we're loving it. Got racing coming on this weekend, so, hey, it's already starting.
You got it. The Rolex 24. Let's start with that. We got lots to cover here for a few minutes, so let's start with the Rolex 24 this weekend down in Florida. Tell me about it.
Let's see if I can give you the Reader's Digest version on who to watch for and where our NASCAR friends are at. The first thing that people notice about IMSA racing is that there's all kind of different cars running around, and they don't go by laps, they go by time. So in this race here, we've got prototype cars, GT Le Mans, GT Daytonas, Grand Sport, and they're all running around the same time. So imagine if NASCAR had the Cup cars, the Xfinity cars, the trucks. Let's throw in some ARCA and Whelen modified cars all on the same time. So that's what we're looking at. But here's where our drivers, or the names that we know of, are at. In the prototypes, which are the fastest cars, they look kind of like a Formula One car with the fin from the roof going back. Roger Penske has two brand new teams in the series. The number 6 car, which has got Juan Pablo Montoya driving it, and he's one of the 3 drivers, and the number 7 that has last year's champion Ricky Taylor, and also Helia Contraves in that car. Now, they qualified P2. They're going to be very competitive in the race. Also in that prototype series, you've got Brendan Gaughan. He's in the number 20 car, and Austin Cindric is going to be in the 85. You drop down to the GT Le Mans, and that looks just a little bit more like a Porsche or those kinds of thing with a big fin on there. Chip Ganassi Racing is always in there with the 66 and the 67. They're always fast. Look for those guys. In the Daytona series, that's more like your Porsches and BMWs. Look for Michael Shank Racing. That's going to be your AJ Allmendinger in the number 93 car. And then today, they actually have a race today. It's called the BMW Endurance Challenge. And in that is going to be Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe are sharing the car, number 22. Cole Custer is going to be in the number 15, and Jack Roush Jr. is driving his daddy's car in the 59. So a lot of mix-over and crossover from NASCAR drivers into the Rolex. I was there last year. It's one of the greatest races that there really is.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. We're live here at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Drew's got a big announcement about the Saturday racing on Saturday, April the 14th, which puts us at 78 days away from that particular race and that big doubleheader. We'll talk about that coming up here in a little while. So, again, we're talking to our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. So, media days. Of course, you're always looking for some quotes for some drivers, and we got that. We had some interesting quotes this past week at media days in Charlotte. Tell me about it.
A couple that jump out on me is one is the excitement of Darrell Bubba Wallace Jr. Now, we know he's the first African-American to full-time drive in NASCAR in almost 50 years. He was so excited about being in that iconic number 43 Richard Petty car. He said, I'm beyond excited. He goes, it might not show it. He said, but I am. This is it. He said, I'm here. We're at the Cup level. I'm one of the Cup guys walking around today at Media Day. And that was just great to see his excitement. Another one that stepped out is Kevin Harvick, what he had to say about Danica Patrick. He was asked about what was her chances of coming to stock car racing after leaving India. And he said, and I quote, I think it's a good quote. He said, I had 20 years on before her, she even started in stock car. He says, that's experience and those things that come with that. He says, if you're going to try to make up ground, there's no way. He goes, as long as I'm still racing, I've still got 20 years on you. And another one that I didn't think was good, and I'm kind of disappointed in NASCAR a little bit, they had Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on there being interviewed. Now, we all know that he recently had broken up with Danica Patrick, but he was asked by them if he was going to race her any different since she broke up with him. I just thought that was kind of off limits, kind of a question, kind of tabloid, kind of a cheap shot, but a lot of great quotes, not just these guys, but a lot of great people said stuff down there at Media Day.
I agree with you about Ricky Stenhouse. That was, that's personal. It's really none of our business how he wants to race Danica Patrick, but that's okay. They asked it, and he answered it as classy as he could. Ryan Blaney, not happy with Kyle Busch. Woo! Old Kyle said, not marketing this thing right. You're forgetting the older drivers. And Ryan Blaney says, I kind of take exception to that because he said, and I quote, I can tell you personally, Kyle Busch doesn't like doing a lot of stuff, so they don't ask him. He says, I'll do just about anything we can because I want to get out there and shake hands and and kiss babies and press the flesh, which is exactly what NASCAR needs to do, and do more of it, the drivers, especially these young guys, so they get it. And so Blaney and Kyle Busch, a little war of words at the media tour. What do you think?
I think it's great. I think in nowadays racing, I don't think that there's anybody better at whacking the bee's nest than Kyle Busch. He can go ahead and get people just swarming everywhere. And when he whacked those young guns, he didn't just whack at NASCAR and marketing. He whacked at those young guns, and I think that that's got them stirred up. And anytime you get somebody's emotions, you start playing with their emotions, Tom, you can always get them. So I love it. I love those kind of quotes.
We're here live on Monday. We'll be right down the road in the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building, broadcasting live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Today is show number 675, and we're going to be joined by Drew.
Up a little bit also when they moved the last race before the chase. Always used to be Richmond. Now it's going to be Indianapolis, and so those are big changes right there. I agree. I can see why they like to do that, why they like to go to Homestead. Hey, it's going to be nice and warm, and you can go golfing and all that. But there's a lot of other great tracks that are out there that fans would like to go to that I think it would mix up the racing. Homestead is not a track that they go to all the time. You go there one time for the championship race, and so mixing it up, I like those ideas. You throw Bristol Motor Speedway into that, the championship race has just gone off the hook.
Absolutely. Either one of them, the All-Star race or the championship race, to come to Bristol on a rotating basis. I mean, you talking about excitement. You talking about getting with it and putting money out there for the All-Star race or the championship race. Yeah. And, of course, folks say, what's in November? You don't know what the weather's going to be like. Well, we saw down in Homestead they had a hurricane too, and they had damage from a hurricane, so it could be pouring down the rain or being cool in Florida just like it could be up here. But I'm like you, case in point, this weekend the Pro Bowl is in Orlando, which kind of found a home, but the National Hockey League All-Star Game rotating this year, it's in Tampa. The All-Star Games rotate in the other sports, so that should be a rotator, and so should the championship. So and I see part of it being down in Florida in November. It's warm, but I think for the sport and for the fan base, you got to rotate the championship. That's what some of the drivers are saying as well. The Charlotte Roval, we got that, and Starcom Racing. What are these two? What you got on these two topics?
Well, the Roval, what they've done there is Charlotte. We know that they've got the Roval going on the inside. They go around the basic outside of the track, and then they go on the infield, and they've basically made a road course. 17 turns they've made out of Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now, Marcus Smith, they finalized it the other day. They said, okay, well, these are the final things. They've actually made it quicker. Marcus Smith, president and CEO of Speedway Motorsports, said, we've obtained great feedback over the past year from champion drivers like Mario Andretti and Jeff Gordon. He said, with these updates right now, the Roval is going to provide some of the best for the fans racing challenge and the whole thing. And like I said, it's going into the playoffs with the road course, so that's really cool. The second one is kind of late in the season, but I've been talking about this team. The number 00 Starcom Racing has just acquired, they pretty much leased a charter from Richard Childress Racing. That's the old number 27 that Menard came out of. Now, this team was a brand new team last year, and it kind of had team manager Derek Cope. Now, we know Derek Cope, he won the 1990 Daytona 500. Now, this team here, by getting in I've said from the beginning that I thought that this team had a lot of money and was really trying to get into the sport hard and heavy. Matthew Kohler, the president of Starcom Racing, said, acquiring a charter for this season has allowed us to escalate our program to the next level, which is a major step for a young team. We're looking forward to bringing top-notch equipment and excitement into the garage. And like I said before, I believe that this team has enough money and enough desire to win that I think that they're going to win. And like I said, I think it could be a spot, and they haven't said it, but they're looking for a great driver. This may be a car that Matt Kenseth could get into. Now, they're going to put somebody in that car. Does Matt Kenseth believe that they've got enough money, enough to get him a chance for the championship? I don't know. But, yeah, there's that. Keep an eye on that team. That 00 Starcom is going to be somebody to watch this year.
Great report again from my buddy Mike Hendricks, the NASCAR fans reporter. What do you want to leave us with? Drew Bedard's waiting in the wings. And what do you want to leave us with today, my friend?
Well, if you're a new husband out there, I got some good advice for you because the special's right there. Go get the hamburger helper at 79 cents a box. Go ahead and get 5 of them. You're not going to make your wife mad. But if she does get mad, make sure you get some of those Chantilly roses a dozen for $9.99. You can't beat right that. That's my advice. Take that. It's a good thing, and God bless everybody real good, everybody.
Let's talk to you Monday. Screen taters, my friend.
Screen tated, woohoo!
There you go. My man Mike Hitter, again, the NASCAR fans reporter here again with us. We appreciate him very much being with us live again from Northern Virginia. He'll join us again on Monday as we'll be live in the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building. Quick break. We'll be right back, and we will talk to one of our dear friends from Bristol Motor Speedway, the Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing, the one, the only, Drew Bedard joins us coming up next here. We're live at the Volunteer Parkway, Food City, right down the road from the world's last great Coliseum. We got lots to talk about Bristol Motor Speedway. He joins us next year on show number 675 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live again at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. You're about to see a lot of buggies, a lot of folks in there shopping, and there we go. There's my man, Drew Bedard, Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Man, this place is jam-packed right now.
It's happening, isn't it?
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these things. There's some full buggies. It's a happening day at Food City.
All 6 registers are rocking. So
that's right.
Rick said I can come over right now and talk for a few minutes. Later on the show, forget it, and this is why. So
yep.
So the Drew Meisters here. Right behind us, we see Tyler and Phoenix and Victoria. You got staff members here at the Speedway. What are they doing today?
We are talking about Bristol ticket sales at Food City. I think, one of the things that we're trying to do, we launched 2018 ticket sales on November 15th, but one of the challenges that we're still facing is that people don't know that they can buy tickets here, and we want them to know that, because that's a great initiative that we've started with Food City. It's actually our lowest price ticket option for the Food City 500, and we have both the Xfinity race, the Food City 300, and the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race on sale right now. But we want to let people know about it. So I got my crew out here today, and we're going to be traveling around with you for the next 5 weeks or few weeks to go to these different Food City store locations and put a flyer in people's hands and just say, did you know you have the ability to buy Bristol race tickets at Food City? So we just want to get the message out there, and these guys are doing a great job. We're giving away some freebies here today for everybody coming in on this Midnight Madness shopping day, which is absolutely insane right now, which is awesome. But that's what it's about.
Oh, yeah. It's all about that. Yeah. And, of course, you can get your tickets, and I got a confirmation from Rick Miller, the store manager, a few minutes ago. I want to make sure I was right, and I'm ciphering, and I was. So when you buy a ticket from Food City, a ticket, you get 500
value points.
Value points, which translates into 3 gas visits, because you get 150 points per gas visit. So obviously 150 into 500 goes 3 times, so you get 3 gas visits for every ticket you purchase. So
I know,
you come in and buy a pair of tickets, you get 6 gas visits at 15 cents off a gallon for your gas and go. So that right there is a great value. Of course, you've got a big announcement that the Zombie Auto 125, we're adding more laps for the value on that Saturday. Tell me about it.
Yeah, and it's always, our initiatives at Bristol are always customer-centric, fan-focused. And one of the things that actually NASCAR engaged us in a conversation starting a few weeks ago was about, could we extend this race and give the fans more value? So there it is. We're adding 50 laps to the K&N Series race. Excuse me, a 25-lap increase to the Zombie Auto 150 now, and that's for the double header on Saturday, April 14th. So you've got the Xfinity Series race, and you've got the K&N Series race, which Harrison Burton, who is Jeff Burton's son, won last year. He's back this year. A lot of great upcoming names in that race. Of course, you got the Xfinity Series race with a lot of great upcoming drivers. So it's a great day for value. It is $30 for adults, and it's free for kids. So Saturday, April 14th is a great day. If you haven't been to the track in a while, if you want to test it out, that is a full day of fast-paced, action-packed racing for a really, really low price.
And of course, on top of that, after 100 laps, all the teams will be provided with a controlled 5-minute pit stop to service their cars before the final 50 laps. You, in essence, have a 50-lap shootout, which beating and banging in Bristol is going to be even better. So the Zombie Auto 150, I want you to check out this logo. I would love to have a cap or a T-shirt with this logo on. Does this not look sharp? I love that. That's that old roadster, the Zombie Auto 150. Excuse me, the K&N Series coming to town. And they got a new logo for the K&N Series as well.
And that's our partners at Zombie Auto that they remake old cars and rat rods and all these other things. So
NASCAR really cool. K&N Pro Series, the new logo. So another reason to come to Bristol Motor Speedway and another reason to come to Food City and get your tickets. And then, of course, the Food City 500. That's a great value as well. And you can send a kid 12 and under to Bristol for the whole season for $20. $10 in the spring and $10 in the fall. I mean, I know you can't go skating because I went skating the other day, took them roller skating. You can't go roller skating for $20, I can tell you that. You can come to Bristol and see a great day of racing for $10 for a kid. I mean, you can't beat it. And so kudos
great
to the
family value.
Yeah, kudos to BMS for dropping that price so the kids can come. And you can't get any better price than a free price on Saturday, April the 14th. So good stuff.
Yep.
What else going on the Speedway? Tell me about, there's so much going on. Tell me about those little tiny houses. Somebody asked me about the tiny houses.
Yeah, that's a really cool initiative. We partner with a company that is going to bring a village of, it's called Try It Tiny. And they're going to bring a village of tiny houses, tiny homes, and put them in kind of their own little compound. And you can go online, you can go to our website right now. The story's at the bottom of the page. Click through, it'll actually take you to the page where you can reserve one of those things, and it's a great value. It's for the whole weekend, and so that's a really cool initiative. That goes to a deeper initiative though about lodging and camping trying to make it less expensive for people to come into town and to enjoy their weekend. Camping is now, this is a great new addition that you can talk about. Camping starts at $50 on property, which is unbelievable. Of course, there's different types of spots that go up in price, but it starts at $50, and we've extended it now. It used to be just 5 days. Now it's 7-day stays. So you can go for 7 days for $50. It's unbelievable.
Huh.
So call our ticket office or our camping office. Those guys would love to talk to you, because everybody has certain things that they want with their camp spot, whether it's dry or whether they want hookup, or there's a lot of different options. But call our ticket office. Those guys will start to walk you through the process of getting a campsite. What a great inexpensive way to stay for the races.
So that's $50 a day or $50 for 7 days?
$50 for 7 days. It starts there and goes up from there. We have some in the mid 100s, some 200, but still,
that's $7 a day.
When you divide that over,
$7 a day.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a great value. So please go and look at that. That's both. That's going to happen for April and for August. Is that we're going to extend them to 7-day total stay,
$7
which
a day,
which is pretty awesome.
That is unbelievable.
Yep.
Again, we're talking to our buddy Drew Bedard. Also, Speedway Children's Charities, we're working out the details to come bring the show up there that day. We're going to be rappelling. Well, I'm not. I don't know if you are.
I'm not going to be doing it either.
But somebody's going to come off there rappelling off the side of BMS, 10 stories up, a fundraiser for Speedway Children's Charities. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the Over the Edge. Yeah, so it's one of those things where you could either put a friend up or a boss and collect money and do these different things, but it's everybody's always had this idea about, like, could we rappel off of the Bristol Tower out front? Well, we're going to make it happen, and the great thing is that the money's going to go to charity. So you can go to our website. The release is in our news section on the website to find out more about it. But another one of those crazy Bristol ideas that we're trying. So yeah,
it's
Bristol, baby. That's right.
You got it.
Yeah. Yep, as always.
I love this too. This is my, I don't know how many years ago. It's been a couple of years ago.
About 3 years, yep.
Yeah, it's my
and that
Bristol
was we ran that was a campaign to engage our local community, because obviously we want to make it that the facility is yours. It's your facility. You can come over, you can take a tour, you can walk in one of the gates for free, you can do whatever, you can go anywhere around the property. But also these events that they're really the region's events. They're not just our events, and we're kind of all in it together. And it really is. It's your Bristol, baby. It's your property. So we're just trying to make that more inclusive of our local and regional community.
You see on the back and behind Drew, the man out of the produce department. The grapes are flying out here to $1.69. Has got to restock the table. So, and we're just
either I need glasses or we're kind of fuzzy. I think up here. Yeah, I don't know.
Are we fuzzy?
Or I need to get in the gym, or I need a facial or something like that.
Does it look fuzzy?
Yeah, a little fuzzy. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know. Tell us on Facebook if you're out there.
Do we look fuzzy?
Tom's got this thing right here that you can talk to Tom directly, and he'll answer your questions.
Hello,
talk
Tank.
to you.
Tank's watching. Hello, Tank Morrell. Hello, my friend. Appreciate that. Rick Shepard, hello from Bristol. Lisa Lale, good morning, Tom. Renee McNeil from Elizabeth, and hello, Tom Taylor. Hello, Renee.
And if you guys have any questions for me, I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, that's what's going on at the Speedway right now. It's active. We're getting ready for April. We're getting ready for August. There's a lot of cool stuff. We've got the U.S. Nationals coming back in May. Of course, you got the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals in June. It's a jam-packed year as usual. We're just trying to bring great value to this area.
And of course, the big announcement this week. Everybody's asking me who's coming to play football, and I don't know that answer. But two teams are coming, aren't they?
Well, our CEO, Marcus Smith, got asked, and our GM, Jerry Caldwell, got asked at the media tour earlier this week, the NASCAR media tour, are you guys going to bring football back to Bristol? Absolutely, we want to bring, I've talked about that on your show. We want to bring football back to Bristol. We do not have any current plans to announce, but what Marcus and Jerry announced is that same intention, that we want to bring football back to Bristol, and we want to bring it back in a big way and have fun with our facility. We feel like Battle at Bristol 1. Yeah, I know some people were having fun with the Battle at Bristol 2. But the Battle at Bristol, the Pilot Flying J Battle at Bristol, was an enormous success, not only for us, but for our company and for this region. And yeah, we want to bring more football back to Bristol. We want to bring a lot of things to Bristol, and have some fun with that big facility we have over there. Yeah. So just expect a lot of cool things from us in the future.
Yeah, a lot of talks going on in a lot of different directions. And so once things happen, we'll be sure to let you know, obviously. And so it's all good. Mike Hedrick says, a tad fuzzy group hug. So I need a new camera.
I thought I was a little fuzzy there, Mike. Appreciate you chiming in.
Do I need a new camera?
Maybe. Maybe we've got it. So fans out there on Facebook, let's do a fundraising campaign for Tom to get a new camera for for the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
There you go.
No, it's a great time at Bristol. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad you mentioned Speedway Children's Charities. They obviously had another great year and got a lot of big things coming up this next year. But it's a lot of fun out there right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How about just sports in general? How about my Celtics that are continuing to stay atop the East?
Stay atop the East. I was going to ask you, will the Red Sox, your team, get J.D. Martinez? Is he coming?
I don't even know who that is, but yeah. I am a Red Sox fan, but okay, so it's the guy from the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-year, $125 million contract.
You know who does know what's going on with Boston sports is my brother, who runs BostonSportsJournal.com. Is that a drop? Do I drop that into every show that I'm on?
Your father, somewhere, Daddy Bear is so proud of you because you dropped it in there. It's good.
Absolutely, yeah, and my brother. So, but BostonSportsJournal.com, check that out for all the latest news. I haven't kept up as good. I'm into the Celtics right now. I'm kind of following that. I'm following Gordon Hayward's progression back to playing, and I'm obviously following the Pats a little bit right now. Really cool for people who haven't seen it yet. On Facebook, it's an exclusive Facebook show on Facebook Watch, which is their new kind of video portion of Facebook. Is the new Tom Taylor, or excuse me, not Tom Taylor.
Thank you.
But Tom Brady documentary that's on there, which I watched yesterday, and it was fascinating. So
good stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff.
All right, so we got a Pro Bowl coming up this weekend, which is really cool because we found out that Jason Witten, who was the alternate, is now on the roster because the tight end that was voted in is from the Eagles, and he can't play. So Jason Witten is now going to be on the tight end roster of the NFC for the Pro Bowl. And his brothers, we had him on the show earlier this week. They're down there this weekend, hanging with Bubby, he's a great ambassador for this region. He is, obviously. And he at one point was the Grand Marshal at the race a couple of years back, was he not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And good friend of the Speedway, Jason Witten.
And then the National Hockey League has their All-Star game this weekend in Tampa. Are you a hockey guy? You like the Bruins?
I do like the Bruins. I'm not that much of a hockey guy. I am proud to say, though, that my brother, who does live in Massachusetts, that his son, my nephew, is a hockey player, which is really cool because we were all kind of, now it is a stick and puck sport. We were very much stick and ball sports. We were outdoors because we grew up our early years in Florida, so we played a lot of baseball and golf. My nephew is into hockey. He's a good hockey player. It's a lot of fun to watch because my brother will send us videos from up there. I do like the Bruins. I do like keeping up with the Bruins and what's going on, but NHL's a fun sport. It's a fun sport to follow. So, but I'm also into the Preds. I want to see the Nashville Predators do well. So,
and you can follow the Bruins where on your brother's website? Go ahead.
Go to BostonSportsJournal.com and check that out for all you Boston sports fans. I know Mike Hedrick's probably making fun of me on the Facebook feed over there, but.
He says he just says a tad fuzzy on the old group hug.
Yep.
So good guy too, Mike Hedrick.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Yep.
Sweetheart of a guy.
He is a sweetheart of a guy, and he's on the show because of you. You said you ought to get Mike Hedrick on the show. So Mike's
smart. He's articulate, and he studies, and he knows what's going on in NASCAR.
He's got an ear to the ground.
He really is the fans reporter because he is the one who's watching the behind the scenes, what's going on. So
before I let you go, Monday we're going to be at the lobby of Bruton Smith Building, taking the show there on Monday, and. We will be having some different staff members on talking about different things going on in the Speedway.
Dragway, Speedway Children's Charities, lots of different stuff. And I want to reiterate again, obviously, big day here at Food City. They got a big sale with Midnight Madness going on. But if you're looking for race tickets, you can either call our office, 423-BRISTOL, or 866-415-4158, or just stop by your local Food City. So if you're in Chattanooga, you're in Knoxville, you're in Southwest Virginia, stop by your local Food City. Right over here, right to our left, it says customer service. You go to that desk. It's called the front office, but it says customer service right over the desk. You go there and say, man, I want to know about Bristol race tickets. I hear that's the best deal in town. Well, boom, you can buy them here at Food City. So come into the store and make it happen.
No, you got to go. Appreciate you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Thanks
for having me on. Thanks for supporting the team over here, I'll see you Monday.
See you Monday. Okay. It's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, baby.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again for a few more minutes. The Volunteer Parkway in Bristol again as we work our way through a Friday, January 26th, the final Friday, of course, of the month. We'll be rolling into February. Oh, gosh. When will be February? It'll be February the 1st. February the 1st will be when I'll make sure the camera switched out. February 1st will be coming in on Thursday. Wow. So this is the final Friday of the month. Hard to believe. So, hey, here's a thought. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to, we're talking football coming back to Bristol Motor Speedway. What two teams do you think ought to be the teams to come? Keep in mind you want two teams going to bring in a big crowd. So what two teams do you think would be good to bring in? We had Tennessee, Virginia Tech the first time. Do you bring them back again? You bring in a Tennessee, bring in two totally teams they're not in this geographic region. What do you think? I'm curious to know. I've got mine, the ones I think would work, would fill the place up or push it into a near capacity situation. So what do you think? Give me the two teams you think on Facebook. Shoot me a Facebook message, and I'm curious to see what you've got to say, because I know who I think would come in and pack the place out. But I don't know everything, obviously, but you be curious to know what you had to say about that. All right, got a few college football notes. We'll take a break and come back, talk to my man Riding Away with Dave out of Cincinnati, Ohio on WLW Radio. Here's a story coming out of, didn't take long for Nick Saban to woo another one back on his staff. Dan Enos, the former Central Michigan head football coach, agreed to an offensive assistant in Michigan just last month to work for Harbaugh. After 3 seasons as Arkansas's offensive coordinator, has accepted a job. He's left Michigan after only a month to go to Alabama. Introduced by Michigan as part of Jim Harbaugh's staff just a few weeks ago, and so his time as a Michigan State quarterback overlapped with Saban's stint as a defensive coordinator in East Lansing, Michigan from 1983 to 87. 2 coaches have plenty of familiarity as SEC West foes over the last 3 seasons. Again, he was the offensive coordinator in Arkansas, or at Arkansas, so now he has left Michigan after a month, is now joining the staff for the Alabama Crimson Tide as associate head coach, quarterbacks coach for the Crimson Tide of Nick Saban, which is interesting. We told you earlier in the show about football recruiting, and the Volunteers under Jeremy Pruitt no longer has been on the radar. It has been the Volunteers have moved up 40 spots in the 2018 team recruiting rankings since Pruitt was announced as the man to replace Butch Jones. And so 40 with time and room to spare. You feel like it'll go up even more on the national signing date on February the 7th. So from the cornerback defensive position, Elijah Griffin and Isaac Taylor Stewart out of California, to Alabama commit Quay Walker, and Auburn commit Coynis, C-O-Y-N-I-S, Coynis Miller. The Volunteers are heavy on action this time of year, and so they're taking guys away from Alabama. They're taking guys away from Auburn. I mean, Jeremy Pruitt's out there pounding the pavement and getting after it, and so we'll find out how it goes and all the work he's put into his recruiting efforts on the National Signing Day on February the 7th. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll come right back and we'll go to Cincinnati, Ohio, and talk to our buddy Riding Away with Dave, see what he allows coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 675. We're live at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live again for a few more minutes, and let's go to the phonies there. Our buddy Dave Martin of WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
Good. Pleasure to join you today, Tommy.
Yep. Always have fun when you're on. Of course, we'll be on your show tomorrow night. America's Trucker Network on the big one, AM 700 WLW, also home of the Reds, and you got a chance to hang out with the Reds Caravan. For folks down here have no clue what that's all about, kind of give us a bird's eye view of what is a Reds Caravan.
Yeah, well, what they do is they divide up in like 4 different groups with the guys from the radio and TV broadcast and some of the key executives with the Reds, and usually 2 or 3 players go along with them. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of the who's who, and they travel all around the tri-state area. And I happened to hook up with them last night. Had an impressive lineup. Had your buddy Jeff Brantley, the Cowboy, from the broadcast team with Marty Brenneman. He was there in person. Jim Day, who fills in, does games, and then he's the main guy on the TV broadcast. And a couple of the players, one player's a minor leaguer that's going to be looking to get a position. Tyler Stevenson and that Army Garrett, the young pitcher that was really impressive last year. I mean, he had a few rough spots, but overall the Reds are definitely counting on him. And a couple of guys from the past, Todd Benzinger, you probably remember him, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then general manager Dick Williams, and so it was pretty impressive to go there and hang out. Let me tell you what, the crowd that showed up was huge, huge crowd, enthusiastic. People had a chance to ask the different people questions, and sounds like the Reds, I mean, they're definitely thinking about this. This could be potentially a good season for them. So I was pretty impressed by that. And the first time I'd ever seen Dick Williams, a young, good-looking guy and really sharp. That's the GM, and he talked about steps they're doing to get the Reds back competing there in the National League.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin. So are we short-selling the Reds? I mean, do you think they can – you're around them and it's a pretty enthusiastic bunch. I mean, am I looking at them and I'm not giving them the benefit they deserve? They're going to be better than I think they are this year?
Well, I think there is a good opportunity. I think a lot of it hinges on, like we talked about before, their pitching staff, but they're pretty confident that Homer Bailey's going to come back and be that number 1, that number 2 starter. And, of course, they're counting on this young Garrett to come through, and they're still looking to maybe pick up a couple players here or there. I guess there's still a lot of talent out there in the free agent market, and the GM was getting peppered on different questions, but he wouldn't release any cards on what he might have in mind. But their everyday lineup, like we talked about last year, I mean, offensively they can compete really with anybody in the National League, especially when you got Joey Votto anchoring down the lineup. The question, and they're pretty good defensively too. So I mean, a lot of the pieces are there. I think it's just a question of them having a different attitude, and like what Todd Benzinger said, coming out of the gate strong and kind of establishing themselves and having that attitude. Every night we're here to play ball. And so I think that's going to be instilled with him this year. So, yeah, I think things are looking up. But, you know, spring training will probably tell us a lot more about the pitching and who all is going to make it, you know, to Cincinnati in April.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin again from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. You're going to hear him tomorrow night at the America's Trucker Network, midnight to 6 on AM 700. The big one covers portions of 38 states across this great country. And we were talking off air. We in Tennessee pick up a former Buckeye coach. What's going on with that?
Yeah, that Mike Rabel got the position, and he's already rated the Buckeyes and got him a real good coach. It's Kerry Combs from down in the Cincinnati area, and he was one of the top defensive guys and a heck of a recruiter. So Urban Meyer wasn't real happy about that. They actually wanted to get another guy from the Buckeye squad, but Urban put a quick tag on him as co-offensive coordinator, and so he stayed in Columbus. You know, he said he's moved around 4 times in the last 4 years, and he kind of like to spend a couple years or more here in Columbus, Ohio, as Urban's top guy. So he'll be one of the offensive coordinators. This Tim Daly. But no, it was a surprise. Of course, you know, Titans had a pretty good year. I know you didn't follow them a whole lot, and I haven't been following the NFL a whole lot. But there's a lot to build on over there. And, you know, Rabel's been very successful in all the different levels, you know, from a player to a coach and whatever. So, I mean, he's going to be a new head coach. But I think you guys should be excited down there because there's obviously a lot of talent. Titans, after all, did make the playoffs, and things are wide open for them anyhow. So, yeah, a little bit of tidbit there at the NFL. Of course, we got the Super Bowl coming up. Now, I'll probably at least monitor parts of the game because, like anything, I, would like to see Brady win another championship. So I'm a little pro Tom Brady in New England, although I don't have a horse in the race. So, what's your feelings on that? Are you gonna break your quarantine and check out a little bit of the Super Bowl?
Not a chance. Nope. I'm gonna watch gonna watch Andy Griffith or something. I'm gonna watch something that's got a little picture.
But that probably have. I got you. Well, it's a little bit more important for me to kind of be up on the sports. And hey, real quick about the Reds Caravan, I did get an awful lot of good feedback. Jeff Brantley personally told me that he listens to the show after the games when he's down there in Cincinnati. He said, "Yeah," he said, "I got WLW. It's on all the time." He said, "I listen to whatever's on." So he says he's sure he's probably heard me. And Todd Benziger was the same way. He says, "Oh yeah, man." He said, "I listen to that late night show all the time." So I said, "Well, hell, call in." And I said, "Hey, Jeff, you got a late game, extra innings or whatever on the way home, give us a shout." I said, "The truckers all around the country love the Reds, win, lose, or draw." So that was pretty good feedback from those guys, that they all have it tuned in. And even Army Garrett thought that was, he said, "You should be sitting up here with us." I said, "No, man, I had to come out here to see you guys," so that was pretty good feedback from those guys. So that was pretty cool.
It is, no question. And, of course, you deserve it. You do a great job. Let's take a look at the Cavaliers. Your boys play tonight in Cleveland against the Indiana Pacers. Indiana 26-22 on the season. Cleveland 27-19. So what's your take on the Cavs right now?
Well, it's pretty obvious, although the media won't come out right out and say it. I mean, they just aren't playing any defense. I mean, you got, 3, maybe 4 guys that are big crybabies there. And the thing that kind of galls me, and I knew that this would probably happen, a couple of these guys, LeBron homies, once they got their big contract, got their pay raises, of course, LeBron, went to bat for them, et cetera, et cetera. Now they turned into flops, and J.R. Smith's one of them. I mean, he played 30 minutes the other night against San Antonio when they got run out, gave up, 148 points or whatever. I mean, 30 minutes, he doesn't score. I think he scored maybe 2 points, got a couple rebounds. Of course, he didn't stop anybody, and he's crying and pouting because they're talking about taking him out of the starting lineup. Hell, he'd be number 15 on the 15-man bench in my book. But, and then his other buddy that runs around, I guess he still run around the Kardashians. You know how fast as they switch guys around, who knows. But Trish Thompson, he's another one. He's supposed to be able to rebound and be a defensive force inside, and how he can lucky to waddle up and down the court, and was been injured off and on too. And he'd be number 14 on the bench. And, of course, they're looking to trade, at least one or two of them. But, hell, who in the hell wants them? I mean, they're lazy. You won't play no stinking D. You give up 148 points, you think you're going to win ball games. And then LeBron, he's out there pouting, and he's only worried about scoring points. He ain't worried about shutting anybody down. I mean, it's really kind of embarrassing, but I think he's fed up. Then they turn around and blame Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love made the All-Star team. He was invited to be in the three-point shootout. I mean, he's shooting like 400% from, 40% from the three-point line. And they're criticizing him because he was dealing with a real bad migraine headache and trying to put the blame on him. Plus, they've had him playing out of position most of the season because that pitiful Thompson, they don't have anybody in the center. They put Love in there, and he's really a number 4. He's not, a post guy. So, now they're trying to blame him. And, hell, he always gets, 10 to 15 rebounds every game. He scores. He doesn't need the ball to, be a team player. So it's, there's a lot of trouble going on over there. The coach came out the other day, and he cried about, I can't change my starting lineup because that might hurt somebody's feelings. I thought, what the hell's up with that? Who the hell's coaching the team anyhow? LeBron or you? Get the hell out of there if you can't, set guys down and put them on the bench.
There you go. My man who has the opinion. Riding away with Dave. Tell us how we can find you on the radio, my friend.
Yeah, I'll talk about it this weekend, too. I'll get the boys, the truckers, all stirred up. But, it's 700 WLW. That's on the AM dial or iHeart Radio. Of course, midnight, 5 in the morning. And, of course, you contribute a lot. And, the guys still like talking sports. I mean, they're talking not as much football as they used to. But, hey, college basketball, we got to give a shout-out. The Buckeyes lost a hell of a tough game last night. A guy banked in a 30-footer as the buzzer was going off, Penn State. But Buckeyes basketball team surprised everybody this year, and it's pretty much because of the new coach they got. But they were leading the Big Ten. It was 9-0 and whatever before Penn State tripped them up last night. So I'm going to have to start monitoring them a little closer for you, too. But, so anybody out there wants to listen, we talk sports, we talk trucking, we talk politics, we talk Trump. I mean, that's always the number one target. We talk NASCAR, so whatever, and we try to have a good time while we're doing it,
You got it. Looking forward to being with you tomorrow night at midnight on AM 700 WLW. Riding away with Dave, the American Trucking Network. Have a great Friday, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, all right?
Thank you, Tommy. We'll see you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good man right there, our buddy. Riding away with Dave. He has an opinion, I guarantee it. And so you may not agree with it, but the old boy's got an opinion. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, before we get out of here, we've got bonus coverage going on. We're a little past the end time, but what's okay. We can go off when we want to. Let's run down the specials one more time here at Food City. This is till midnight tonight. Boneless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Swaggerty sausage patties, limit 2, $4.99. Red grapes, $1.69 a pound. Seedless navel oranges, 4-pound bag, $2.99. Folgers Classic roast coffee, limit 2, $5.99. Crinkle cut Food Club potatoes, crinkle cut limit 2, $3.99. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, $1.49 for 8 to a box, limit 3 boxes per person. Snapple 6-pack 16-ounce bottles for $2.99. Cheetos or Fritos, limit 4, $1.88 a bag. Grade A White Food Club large eggs, limit 2 for $1.89. Boston Market Meals, limit 6 for $10. Liquid extra laundry detergent, limit 2 for $1.79. Scott paper towels or bath tissue, 12 big rolls of bath tissue or 6 rolls of paper towels, limit 2 for $3.99. Oscar Mayer bologna, limit 4, 2 for $3. Food Club American Singles, $1.99, limit 2. Mayfield Novelties, limit 4 per person, $1.49 a box, 6 novelties to a box. Sara Lee white bread 20-ounce loaf, limit 2 for $1.49. Food Club instant oatmeal, 99 cents, limit 4, 99 cents a box, limit 4. Wild Mike's Ultimate Pizza, $3.99, limit 2. Hamburger Helper selected varieties for 79 cents. Also, you have Nabisco Belvita, $1.99, limit 4. Gordo's Cheese Dip, 16-ounce container for $3.49 in the deli. Double Q Pink Salmon by the can, limit 2 for $1.99. Hello, young man. Duke's Mayonnaise, regular or light, for a 32-ounce jar for $1.99, limit 2. And Food Club Chunk White Chicken, 12-ounce can, limit 6 per person, $1.49 a can. And there you go. That's the specials here at Food City and all Food Cities through midnight tonight at the Midnight Madness sale. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Our guest today, Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. Drew Bedard, Vice President of Brand and Consumer Marketing at Bristol Motor Speedway. Of course, Store Manager Rick Miller and Produce Manager Brandon. And also Riding Away with Dave, again from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. We will box this puppy up and head out and rejoin you on Monday. We'll be live at the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building for show number 676 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Enjoy your weekend. Lots to choose from as far as watching and getting involved in sports. And also be sure and go to church on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, because he is worthy. Until we greet you Monday at 11 o'clock from Bristol Motor Speedway, the Bruton Smith Building there in the lobby. We're broadcasting live. This is Tom Taylor telling you, as always, win or lose, be a good sport. And so long from Food City to the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, show number 675 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So long, everybody.